I don't know about you, but I've never been a fan of the Addams Family. The closest I ever got to watching one of the old films about this peculiar family was 100 million years ago, when I lied to my mother and told her I was going to the movies to see the Addams Family instead of the R-rated The Silence of the Lambs. Now, luckily, I was not traumatized by the experience. The lying, on the other hand, still pains me, so I hope you can forgive me, Mom. Anyhow, back then I would have never guessed that I'll be making a very positive review of The Addams Family 2 on YouTube. So how did it happen? Well, even if I skipped the first installment of this animated movie saga because of how unfunny it looked and because of the low ratings on IMDb, I am not one to turn down a free ticket to an early screening. So thanks to my local cinema, and against all odds, I ended up enjoying every single minute of The Addams Family 2, which is packed with hilarious, ingenious, and witty jokes. I may have missed some of them, but the ones I didn't had me and most of the adults in the cinema laughing out loud. And that's all because of the script. So if you happen to watch the previous movie in 2019 and didn't like it that much, you should still give its sequel a chance. You'd be surprised what a difference the right choice of writers can make. This time, the ones responsible for the script were Dan Hernandez and Benji Samit, an artistic tandem that have worked together on several occasions, being Pokémon Detective Pikachu their most successful work to date. Now, something tells me these two writing partners had as much fun working on the script of The Addams Family 2 as I did watching it. Their homage to Carrie is priceless. Their references to the Everyone's a Winner philosophy and to the Fire Festival are golden. And the way they came up with to introduce the epic song I Will Survive, which never fails to lift our spirits, is simply genius. And I could go on and on and on, listing every joke, every reference, every Easter egg, and every one-liner you can expect to find in the movie. But I'd rather give you the chance to discover them yourself. Now, besides being hilarious, Hernandez and Samit's script is also extremely clever. I don't know if you've noticed, but lately the animation movies aimed at kids tend to overdo it, mainly towards the end, when they fill the movie with nonsensical action sequences, chases, explosions. Well, I've always thought it's because that's the way they hide the fact that they have run out of good ideas. And no, I don't think they do it for the children's sake or amusement. And I'm not going to lie, there is some of that in The Addams Family too. But the typical and apparently unavoidable mayhem in the final act only goes on for 5 minutes. Then it's back to witty dialogues and touching moments. As is the case with the best animation movies out there, the characters in The Addams Family 2 are given time and room to grow, and we are given the chance to get to know and understand them. There is love in The Addams Family, and that love is made palpable thanks in part to the humor and in part to the fantastic performances by the cast, with Chloe Grace Moretz, Oscar Isaac, and Charlize Theron endowing their characters with surprisingly charming personalities. The script, the humor, the comic timing, the vocal performances, the storyline, it all gels so well in The Addams Family too, that I will just love to take the most hilarious moments in the movie and store them in those tiny witch bottles meant for eyeballs. That way I could save them for those uneventful days that could do with some humor in them. In conclusion, you should definitely get tickets for The Addams Family 2 as soon as it's released. And if you believe it was because I had such low expectations that I enjoyed the movie so much, please help me see the light in the comments section. And this is how far we get today. Until we see each other again, have fun.